Hey everybody, welcome back to our curated playthrough of Mass Effect. In the previous episode, we made a very important decision about the fate of the Rachni, and in the end we decided to let the Rachni Queen go. Hopefully, that decision doesn't end up biting us in the backside later on down the track. But anyway, we also spoke to Liara about our mutual attraction, and hopefully we can build on that relationship as we progress the game. We are now here on the Argus Rho cluster Phoenix system on the planet Tuntau, and we've just recovered Rex's family armor. There are a couple of other interesting points that we should explore here. We'll start off making our way to the debris. Looks like we're going to have to do a bit of a UE here because, this is a hidden facility. And it doesn't look like we can go through the mountains over there, so we're just going to have to go around for now. Alright. Now, so the Rachni, if you have been following along, they're presumed to be extinct, but we've found that obviously they were recovered and being experimented on by Binary Helix. Now, hopefully our decision to let the Rachni Queen go doesn't mean that we will end up having to fight the Rachni again sometime in the future, but we'll just have to wait and see. My goodness, look at this place. Wow. Such a beautiful landscape. It reminds me of that place in Bolivia. I think it's called the Uyuni Salt Flats. Very beautiful place, although I have never been myself, but one day I would love to be able to make it out there and, take it all in. The salt flats are supposed to reflect the sky, and on a really nice day you can create the illusion of pretty much floating in the skies, which would be pretty cool. The breeds look like they are just around the corner. Let's see what we have here. What am I searching for? Okay. Yeah, just another crashed probe. Alright, nice. A few upgrades there. Okay, let's get back in, and we've got one more destination, and that is this anomaly. We might actually make our way around here as well, because I'm not keen on climbing that mountain range, so let's get a move on. Now I'm trying to think of what we should do next as well, guys. We've got plenty of assignments, but yeah, I feel like I'm just trying to be cautious of choosing an assignment that we're going to be able to complete at our level. There can be some assignments that are very tough, but I think we've got some upgraded gear by now, so we should be able to take on some more challenging assignments. I'm just seeing a mineral marker on the map, guys, so I'm keen on trying to get that, but so much for not climbing the mountain. I think we're gonna have to. So let's see here. Yeah, just trying to navigate this precarious environment. And yet, just trying to make sure that we get there as easy as we can. without wasting too much time. But yeah, as I was saying, guys, so there are quite a lot of assignments, and there are a few assignments that we've been hanging on for quite a while. So I'm keen on actually doing a few of those because, yeah, I'm sure people are waiting on us to complete those requests. So my thought process is actually maybe we might do either the Biotic Commune mission, which I think we picked up maybe in episode 2 or 3 of our playthrough, and also there's one request from the UNSC around their rogue VI, so we might take a look at that and maybe do either one of those. We're getting very close, guys. Oh, actually, here it is. This rock sort of blended in with everything else. Okay, deposit of mercury. A cool 10,000 credits from that, which is nice. Alright, so now we're gonna have to try and navigate the mountain so that we can make our way to that anomaly. Let's see, we could probably go down that way, or it's actually looking not too bad on the actual mountain on this side. So it's not as jagged as I would have thought, so I think we can just go through and hopefully make it towards the other side. Oh, wow. Okay. What the hell is that? I'm guessing that's our destination. I mean, it looks like some sort of pyramid. And it looks very similar to the pyramids in Egypt. Even with the top section, you know, I think originally the pyramids had like gold or something like that on the top. I don't know what sort of material that is, but interesting. I think that's where we need to go.
Heading out.
Some dead humans, maybe? Or no, maybe some dead Asari. You found one of Matriarch Dillinaga's writings on this body. It's possible the writings came from the nearby ruins. Interesting. So, is there anything we can do in these ruins? Or is that just some kind of a set piece? I mean, it doesn't look like there's an entryway or anything like that. Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. I feel like there's a real opportunity here to expand a little bit more on this pyramid. The fact that it looks like a pyramid back on Earth has, you know, got me intrigued as well. I wonder if there's any story behind that. But anyway, that's it for this planet, so I think it's time to head back. Alright, here we are, guys. Now, before we set off on the next mission, I think it might be a good idea just to go back downstairs, have a chat with some of the crew, and see where they're at. Particularly Rex, because, you know, now we've given him a hand with his family armor. Hopefully he's got a better attitude than what he's had so far. And you know what? We actually haven't had a chat with Tali either, so I sort of forgot about that last time. Sup, Rex?
Never a dull moment with you, Shepard.
You ever go on any missions like ours before?
Saving the galaxy from certain destruction? No. But I've had my share of adventures.
Do you remember any that stick out?
A few. I remember one time I was hired by a Volus diplomat. What an ass.
I guess even politicians have need of mercs from time to time, huh?
Time to time. If it wasn't for politicians, I'd be out of work. They're always looking for ways to get ahead. This one was no different. He wanted me to erase his past. Get rid of an old friend who knew too much. Huh. His old friend turned out to be an Asari commando.
I can see why that might give you pause.
What? No. Alina and I were old friends. Sort of. We met when we were both contracted to kill the same Turian. Neither of us wanted the other one to get him first. We spent more time fighting each other than tracking that Turian.
An Asari commando mercenary? That's unusual, isn't it?
I wouldn't say it's unusual. Mercs come in all shapes. Anyway, when I told Alina about the diplomat's contract, she and I had a good laugh about it.
So what did you do?
Well, I was going to lose the contract, but I respected Alina. In the end, I let her pick the location where we'd fight. She chose some old Solarian space station overrun with mercs and smugglers. That way we didn't have to worry about hurting any innocent bystanders. She always was a bit of a softie.
What happened on the station?
What didn't happen? For 2 days I chased her through that station, used my entire store of ammunition, had to kill a bunch of mercs and use their crap weapons. By the 3rd day, the station was barely holding together. The mercs were dead or gone, life support was failing, but I had her. She'd locked herself in the med labs. She was trying to patch herself up. Damn tough, that one. Then just when I thought I had her, the station's core went critical. Barely made it back to my ship in time.
I assume the Asari commando didn't make it?
I watched the station from a distance. I never saw her leave. And when that place blew, there was nothing left larger than a Turian's right nut. So I headed back to the diplomat to give him the good news and collect my pay. But before I got halfway there, Alina sent me a message. Better luck next time. Now, I'm not superstitious, but if someone can survive that, well, they deserve to live. At least for a bit longer.
What about the diplomat? He wanted her dead.
I told him the truth. Alina was still alive and she was really pissed. I told him if he wanted to live, he'd need me around to protect him.
And he believed you.
He kept me on as his personal guard until he died. Natural causes. Easiest job I've ever had. A little boring, but credits are credits.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Good story, actually. Not bad. Yeah, and as I said, we hadn't really spoken to Tali after we came back from Noveria, so I think we should have a chat with her.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it, not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
I always think that ending conversations in this game is always a little bit awkward, but I reckon that's just the technology that we had at the time. You know what? I think it is probably a good idea to spend some of our skill points before we get into the next mission. So we've got 18 points right now. Okay, might do one for heavy armor, because we're going to start coming across a lot more heavy armor. Let's see. Do I want the adrenaline burst? I think maybe we can just pump up a little bit more in the sniper rifles here. So we've got advanced assassination now. We could probably improve first aid as well. Advanced first aid. Yeah, increases the amount we can heal by. That's good. Do we want Master Unity? Don't really use pistols that much. Alright, advanced adrenaline burst it is. Yeah, let's max out soldier for now. I just want to spend one more. So we'll do Spectre training. We'll save 2 just in case we unlock charm. Yeah, I think that'll be pretty good. Let's take a look at equipment now. So I like the Thunder. Do we have a better one? Doesn't look like it. Do we have a better sniper rifle? Okay, we've got Equalizer 5. Actually, take one of those. So we've got the Shredder rounds at the moment. Maybe it's time to mix things up and maybe we should use one of these other rounds. Actually, improved Shredder rounds look good. So we'll take that. Maybe a stabilizer. Yeah, okay, that looks good. Let's just make sure we've got the latest combat scanner. Armor. Yeah, we do have some heavy armors already. Not bad, but yeah, I really like the Onyx and how that looks, so I don't know, that's a bit of a ugly look. Yeah, I'm very vain, guys. I like looking the part, so let's keep that Onyx 4 for now, and maybe when we go back to the Citadel we can buy another Onyx, and hopefully we can get a heavy armor version of that. Okay, and look, I think we're gonna take Tali in our next sortie. I think she's probably got a better set of armor right now, so we'll probably leave that. Maybe Raiko might be the way to go. Yep, Palladium rounds. I think we can keep the high caliber barrel for now. Shotguns. What do we want here? I don't know about the scimitar. Ah, yes, we've got the Chameleon Tool 5, so she can take that. Very good. And I think I'm actually going to take Ash with us this time as well, because we haven't really taken her out in many missions, so I think she is due for an upgrade. So Banshee 5. Maybe I want something that can bypass shields. And let's see. Yeah, high caliber barrel is still the best choice here, I think. Sniper rifles. Yeah, she's pretty much got the starting sniper rifle at the moment, so maybe we'll give her Avenger. And incendiary rounds. Maybe a stabilizer. And I reckon she can probably grab a new set of armor as well. Yeah, Predator's looking pretty good here. Nice. Smash damage, nah. Ablative coating or shields? Maybe shields might be the way to go here. Alright, pretty happy with that. Let's make our way topside. Actually, we did pick up a couple of items in the codex, thanks to some of our conversations. So let's take a look here. Okay, so we picked up something on the Solarians here. Special Tasks Group. Solarian intelligence field agents are grouped into an organization called the Special Tasks Group. STG operators work in independent cells, performing dangerous missions such as counter-terrorism, infiltration, reconnaissance, assassination, and sabotage. The STG is a proactive organization, puncturing worrisome trends before they become movements. At any time, a dozen groups are operating covertly within the lawless Terminus systems, sowing dissent among the various factions. Civilian analysts also note how troublesome hinge point individuals in Terminus frequently meet unexpected deaths. STG operators are feared throughout the galaxy for their clear-eyed, remorseless practicality. They are willing to do whatever it takes to achieve their mission, even if it kills civilians or results in the team's own destruction. In many ways, they are akin to the Council Spectres. Recently, a number of STG cells have been redeployed from Solarian Union. It is assumed they are in the Terminus and Adagan Traverse, investigating reports of Geth activity beyond the Perseus Veil. Nice. Very cool, actually, the STG. Alright, we've got a little bit more on Krogan biology, thanks to our conversation with Rex. The Krogan evolved in a lethal ecology. Over millions of years, the Grim struggled to survive larger predators. Virulent disease and resource scarcity on their homeworld Tuchanka turned the lizards into quintessential survivors. Perhaps the most telling indicator of Tuchanka's lethality is the Krogan's eyes. Although they are a predator species by any standard definition, their eyes evolved to be wide-set, as in Earth prey species like deer and cattle. Krogan eyes have a 240-degree arc of vision, better suited for spotting enemies sneaking up on them rather than for pursuit. Physically, the Krogan are nigh indestructible, with a tough hide impervious to any melee weapon short of a molecular blade. While they feel pain, it does not affect their ability to concentrate. They have multiple functioning examples of all major organs and can often survive the loss of one or two of any type. Rather than a nervous system, they have an electrically conductive second circulatory system. A Krogan can never be paralyzed. They may lose some of this fluid, but it can be replaced by the body in time. The hump on a Krogan's back stores water and fats that help the Krogan survive lean times. Large humps are a point of pride. Being well fed implies the Krogan is a superior predator. The most widely known biological feature of the Krogan is their incredible birth rate and rapid maturity. Once freed from the hostile cauldron of Tuchanka, the Krogan population swelled into a numberless horde. Only the genophage kept them from outbreeding the combined council races. Now, the Krogan females capable of bringing a child to term are treated like strategic resources. Warlords will trade them at diplomacy, or, more frequently, fight wars over them. Alright. And we've got another one here on Quarians, law and defense. Although the Conclave establishes civil law much as any planet-based democracy, enforcement and trials are more unique. After the flight from the Geth, there were few constables to police the millions of civilians aboard the fleet, so the Navy parceled out Marine squads to maintain order and enforce the law. Today, Quarian Marines have evolved training and tactics akin to civilian police, but remain adept at combat in the confined spaces of a starship and fully under the command of the military. Once taken into custody, the accused is brought before the ship's captain for judgment. While the ship's council may make recommendations, tradition holds that the captain has absolute authority in matters of discipline. Most are lenient, assigning additional or more odious maintenance tasks aboard the ship. Persistent recidivists are accidentally left on the next habitable world. This practice of abandoning criminals on other people's planets is a point of friction between the Quarians and the systems they pass through. Captains rarely have another choice, with space and resources at a premium. Supporting a non-productive prison population is not an option. In the early years, many Quarian freighters were armed and used as irregular privateers. Civilian ships still show a strong preference for armament, making them unpopular targets for pirates. Though they have rebuilt their military, there are still mere hundreds of warships to protect tens of thousands of ships. The Quarian Navy follows strict routines of patrol and takes no chances. If the intent of an approaching ship can't be ascertained, they shoot to kill. Cool. And one more on the Quarians, their religion. The ancient Quarians practiced ancestor worship. Even after abandoning faith for secularism, Quarians continued to revere the wisdom of elders. As time passed and technology advanced, they inevitably turned their knowledge to preserving the personalities and memories of the elderly as computer virtual intelligences. These recordings became a repository of knowledge and wisdom, stored in a central databank and available through any extranet connection. They held no illusions that this was a form of immortality. Like all virtual intelligences, their electronically preserved ancestors were not truly sapient. This was considered a surmountable problem. Sapience could surely be reduced to simple mathematics. The Quarians began exhaustive research into creating artificial intelligence so they could learn to escape the bounds of mortality and give their ancestral records true awareness. Unfortunately, the life the Quarians created did not accept the same truths they did. The Geth destroyed the ancestor databanks when they took over. In the centuries since they evacuated their homeworld, most Quarians have returned to religion in various forms. Many believe the rise of the Geth and the destruction of their ancestors were chastisement for arrogantly forsaking the old ways and venerating self-made idols. Others have a more philosophical outlook, believing that their race was indeed arrogant, but no supernatural agency lay behind the Geth revolt. Rather, the Quarians' actions wrought their own doom. Either way, every Quarian would agree that their own hubris cost them their homeworld. Yeah, there you go. A little bit sad about what happened to the Quarians and the Geth. I suppose every people and every society deals with spirituality in a little bit of a different way, and the Quarians chose to pursue artificial intelligence to extend their life, essentially. Unfortunately, that didn't pan out because they created the Geth instead. Okay, well, let's decide on what to do next. So I am thinking that we should go for this mission here, Rogue VI. Head to the Sol system in the local cluster and deal with the Rogue VI on Earth's moon. Cool, so we're going home, folks. And local cluster is, yep, right here. Sol. Alright, so we are now in familiar territory. As usual, let's start from the top. Neptune. Though Neptune, like Uranus, has plentiful helium, its remoteness made it an unpromising target for mining before development of Mass Effect Drive. With Uranus cheaper to exploit, it has never seen extensive development. The only permanent human presence is a small research facility on Triton, which has a population of 70, apparently. Next, we've got Saturn. Saturn has been a major source of helium-3 fuel for fusion plants since the 2150s. The moon of Titan is mined for hydrocarbons and used as a hostile environment training facility for Alliance Marines. Next up, Jupiter. Jupiter's deep gravity well and lethal radiation have kept its moons from being significantly exploited. The largest outpost is Binary Helix Corporation's Nautilus facility, attached to the underside of Europa's ice sheet. Alright, next we've got Uranus. After the development of Mass Effect FTL Drive, distant Uranus was the target of a land rush to exploit its combination of plentiful helium-3 fuel and shallow, for a gas giant, gravity well. Today, Uranus is the largest producer of He3 in Alliance space. Next up, Mars. Once considered a prospect for terraforming and colonization, the discovery of faster-than-light travel turned Mars into a quiet backwater. Its southern pole is a historical preserve centered on the Prothean ruins found there. Immigration and development are restricted as the search for Prothean artifacts continues. Earth. For detailed information, please refer to the standard issue Alliance Galactic Codex. Earth orbit is riddled with debris generated by bootstrap space development. Use of kinetic barriers is recommended at altitudes over 85 kilometers. Surface population 11.4 billion. L4 and L5 stations, 250,000. I wonder if this means that there are space stations actually holding some of Earth's population. Interesting. Then we've got Luna. An early source of helium-3, Luna is now mined for materials used in space habitat construction. 24 major stations have been constructed at Earth's L4 and L5 Lagrange points, all from lunar resources. Colony founded in 2069 with a population of 4.1 million. Capital Armstrong. Okay, we'll land in a little bit. Next up, Venus. With its molten temperatures, sulfuric acid clouds, and crushing carbon dioxide atmosphere, Venus has only a handful of aerostat research outposts. Mercury. A handful of solar power stations exist on peaks of eternal light at the north and south poles of Mercury. The difficulties imposed by the planet's proximity to the Sun and high orbital velocity have limited development. And I think finally we should have... where is it? Here we go. Good old Pluto. Pluto is one of Sol's numerous ice dwarf worlds. It is mainly of note for being the gravitational anchor for the Prothean mass relay to Arcturus. Pluto and the Charon relay, formerly encased in ice and considered a moon, orbit each other. Pluto's orbit was circularized in 2157 as a side effect of the Charon mass relay recovery operations. Alright, and a population of 9,300 at the Gateway Station. Very cool. And we do have one asteroid ring here, or asteroid field. Let's just quickly scan that. Okay, nothing of interest, so I guess it's pretty much time for us to land. Alright, as mentioned before, we are going to take Ash this time, and we'll also take Tali. Let's go. Nice view of the Earth in the background over there. Alright, so let's have a look. Okay, so aside from the facility we need to visit, we've also got some debris here. Yeah, Alliance Training Ground, so that's our objective. But let's just have a quick look at the debris, whatever that is. Now, yeah, I decided that we'd get this mission done because, you know, it's been sitting in our list for a while, and yeah, we learnt a little bit about artificial intelligence and the Quarians, and, you know, I thought this would be an appropriate mission to do since we are going against VI, I suppose, which is not technically an AI, but yeah, it's a bit mysterious how this VI, or how we lost control of this VI. Let's see. CCCP Luna 23. I wonder if that is actually a real probe. I might look that up, actually. Couple of weapon upgrades, always nice. Okay, let's jump back into the Mako and yeah, figure out how we're gonna get to this training facility. Okay, so it's just past this mountain range, it seems. It looks a little less steep on this side, so let's see if we can climb it. nice view of the Earth from here. I'm sure we get to visit the Earth in the Mass Effect series at some point. Okay, so the training facility is in view now. Let's see if we can get a little closer. Okay, they're firing. Let's see if we can take out those turrets before we go on foot. Just a couple more. Very nice. Okay, now, I do see what appears to be some doors, I think, or buttons at least. Let's see if we can interact with it. Okay, we're inside now. Just need to find out where we can shut down this VI from. Storage locker over here. Nice. Alright. We definitely have enemies in the area, so let's just prepare. Now, if I recall correctly, this mission is actually quite challenging, so let's take it a little slow here. Don't think anyone can see anything just yet. There are plenty of them around, though. Let's swing by this side. Ah, yep. There we go. So, assault drones. Let's see. Sabotage. Very nice.
Perimeter clear.
Seems like it. Alright, yeah, that's one other reason why we're bringing Tali off. Obviously, we want the decryption and electronics skills, but yeah, she has the best abilities for dealing with electronic type enemies, so yeah, she's going to be really useful in this mission. And yeah, Ashley, I mean, she's just got a lot of firepower. A lot of objective markers here. A VI conduit. Let's just have a read here. Destroy VI conduits. Okay. Right, looks like we just have to shoot all of these things. Toxic gas is being vented into the bunkers. Okay. What does that mean? Okay, looks like every time we destroy one of those VIs, we're going to get a little bit of damage.
Area secured.
Okay, interesting. Anything we can actually look at in the codex because of that? Not sure, guys. Might have to check on that a little bit later. Let's just continue for now. The lights on the optical mainframes flicker and die. The first of the 3 computing clusters containing the VI is offline. Alright, very good. So I'm guessing there are going to be other VI conduits that we have to destroy in some of the other structures. So let's leave, quickly jump into the Mako and make it to one of the other, I guess, what are these, domes? Yeah, that wasn't too bad, but if you get complacent, those drones can really do a lot of damage to you, so we are gonna take things very slow, just make sure that we're being a little bit methodical with everything. Alright, next structure.
Area secured.
Some more loot here. Very good. Okay, so definitely see targets once more. So it'll probably be similar to last time. Let's just put people in cover. Okay. Maybe hacking. Okay. Ah, wow. Let's get Ashley up. Ah, okay. That was
That's the last of them.
not as good as last time, that's for sure. Okay, we managed to take them out in the end though. That's the most important thing. But yeah, I think Ash went down once and then so did Charlie there. Yeah, fighting those drones can be very, very difficult if you're on your own, because they definitely try and flank you. Okay, more conduits here, so let's just take them out. Kinetic barrier fields powering up throughout the bunker complex. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so it seems that every time you start destroying some conduits, some sort of failsafe activates. The second of the 3 computing clusters containing the VI is offline. Nice. Yeah, these barriers are not really gonna stop us, are they? Which means when we get to the last bunch of conduits, I'm guessing some sort of defensive mechanism might activate there as well. Any other stuff here? doesn't look like it. Okay, let's head on over to the last one.
I smell trouble. Think we got him, Commander.
Okay, now because we've made a bit of noise, I think those drones are probably going to try and approach us. So we might have to mount a little bit of a defense on this side. So I just want everyone in position before we... hang on. Loot. As I was saying, before we even open the door. Yeah, I can hear them on the other side. Yeah, you can see them there. So as soon as we destroy this barrier, they're gonna come rushing through. Whoa! Wow, okay, that was bad. Let's get our shields back up. Overkill. Alright. That wasn't too bad, actually.
All targets down.
Yeah, we fared better that time compared to last time. Alright, let's move in.
Huddle up!
Doesn't seem to be a lot of loot in this place. Considering its size, that is. Additional security drones powering up. Okay. Oh, okay, they're actually approaching us, so... Let's just be a bit careful here. Shields... Oh, okay. That was like a direct hit. Okay, had to use adrenaline there. Don't often have to use adrenaline, but yeah, there you go.
Think we're good, Commander.
Very useful. Okay, let's continue. I think just
That's the last
one
of
more
them.
set in the next room and I think we'll be done. A burst of white noise over all frequencies nearly deafens you. Your hard suit's heads-up display interprets it into a series of zeros and ones. They repeat again and again, blanketing all frequencies until the lights of the final VI cluster flicker and die. Specialization class achieved. Okay. Your specialization class will replace your base class in the talents on the squad screen. Talent ranks in your base class transfer over to your specialization class. Go to your squad screen to view the bonuses you gain with each rank in your specialization class. Select Specialization class, Shock Trooper. So, highly trained killing machines, Shock Trooper excel in all combat situations. Looks like a defense boost. Commandos rely on lethal efficiency and precision strikes rather than brute force to eliminate their opponents. Okay, so increased weapon stats or damage stats. I think I'm gonna go Commando, so that looks good to me.
We got him, Commander.
Alright, I think we're done with this mission, so let's head back out, and time to go back to the Normandy. We do need to just have a quick look at the squad screen as well later on, just to take a look at what those specialization classes mean exactly. But we'll do that in a moment. Alright, let's jump back into the Mako. And there's nothing left for us to do here, so let's return to the Normandy. Alright guys, we are back aboard the Normandy, and with the Rogue VI mission completed, I think this is a pretty good place for a bit of a break. Thanks for watching, leave a like, dislike, or a comment or two down below, stay true, and I'll see you in the next one.